Okay, hopefully I'm live. Oh, what happened? Oh, oh, something freaked out. Something freaked out. Can my camera see me? Hello, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let me just open up the tubes of the U. No, not on my tablet. Let's do it on my phone just because TikTok is too hard to see on my phone. But I should be able to make sure that I'm live. It seems like I'm live. Ad is on. Okay, let's go live on TikTok right away, and then we'll get started with some Elden Ring. Start. Go live. Okay, seems like I'm live on TikTok too, so it should be good. We should be ready to start. Yes, there's a double image of me, I know. Sorry for the delay. I am like half an hour late. I was planning to start earlier, but then I screwed up. I'm back at my regular seat, as you can tell. But then I forgot that there were certain things that I hadn't set up, again, because I fully reset my computer. And since I reset my computer, I've been playing from the couch, and now I am playing here again. So it's been a rough start, but we're here. We're live, and that's what matters. I'm just checking TikTok now to make sure that the quality is okay there. It seems to be good. Nautical Soap, how you doing? Welcome. I hope you're doing okay. Yes, so I'm live on all TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, like usual. The windows look kind of weird. The gameplay is kind of off right now, but that's because I had the window switched out. And gameplay should be good. Oh, you know what I don't have open? I don't have my chat open. Where's Restream? Oops. Restream. Why is it installing? It should already be installed. What is this? Come on, Restream. Oh, you're going to ask me to log in? Really? Really, Restream? Really? I don't remember what it is. Dang it, I keep making mistakes. Worst part is that I actually used this last night, so there's no reason that I should have to log in yet again when I just used it last night. It's not like it's been a week since I've logged on. It's literally been a couple of days. Bicycles. Do I see any other bicycles? No. Verify. Is this the right? It's not the right one. I don't remember what it is. I guess we'll just have to use Restream's chat. Restream, you really need to work on your app. It's really frustrating that I can't just like just log on. Like I have to manually log on every time. Hello, Merle. Nice to see you. Hello, WeWin. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Doing good. Legs getting better. Good, good. I'm glad it's getting better. Hello, WJZ. How are you? Welcome. Okay, so I am as good as it's going to get, so let's just get started. I'll have to figure out what's going on with Restream next time. I remember last time I fixed it, it was something really stupid and really easy. Oh, the camera kind of moved. That's why. Okay, hopefully I'm centered there. Am I centered on OBS? Let's see. Did I uncenter myself? I uncentered myself on OBS. Oh, I'm having a rough time being a live streamer today. Having a rough time. Here. Do that. And go back. Okay, that's better. Thank you for everybody hitting those likes. I really appreciate it. Arnleg, nice to see you. Nikki, hello to you as well. Okay, is there audio? That's the next big question. There is. It's a little bit quiet, but it's there. That's what matters. Oh my god, is it ever, Nautical Soap? It's cold here too. It's been cold the last couple of days, actually. Nautical Soap, thank you so much for that TikTok. I appreciate that. But yes, it's been cold. Last night, so I started my laundry, and yesterday on my day off, and the first so I did the first load. I put it in the dryer, started the second load, then I started the stream. My plan was when the stream was over, I'd put the second load in the dryer, and then I'd wash my bed sheets and all that. And so I started the bed sheets. Like I took the wet clothes out, put it in a basket, started the bed sheets, and then when I went over to the dryer, my clothes were still wet. So I had to redo the clothes in the dryer. And so then that set me back like an hour. And then I put in the wet clothes into the dryer when the first set of clothes were finally dry. But then by then it was like 4 in the morning. And I was hoping to go to bed early so I could be up for the stream early. And then my bed sheets were all wet. And so I had to use like spares for the bed. So like I had like a regular sheet as my fitted sheet. And then I had like my house coat and an old beat up blanket as my like blanket last night. So like I slept like crap because I didn't sleep well from how cold it was in my room. So that really sucked. That really sucked. But it's okay. -30. Holy crap. We're not that bad here. We're not nowhere near that bad. I think we're like at like -10 or something. Nothing too crazy. But it's cold enough. The big thing here is the apartment upstairs is empty. And so there's no heat up there. And so the heat from our apartment is getting absorbed into the apartment upstairs, which is making our heater run way longer than it should. So I've done a few things to try to keep the heat inside of our apartment, and we've turned down the heat so it's cool in here at all times. But it really sucks at nighttime. It really, really sucks. Yeah, the dryer is in like a little mud room that we have, and it's cold in there because one of the windows is cracked. And so I haven't, because of how cold it is, it doesn't fully dry all the time. And so it keeps the clothes just slightly wet because it doesn't build up enough heat. So you usually have to run the dryer like 1.5 times for it to fully dry your clothes. But I overloaded my washer last night, so it was even wetter than usual, so it really sucked. Okay. So, if you weren't here last night when I was playing Dead Space, which, by the way, is a beautiful game. If you weren't here last night, I came to the realization that the last stream we did on Tuesday, I was actually playing this file, which is my private file at level 17. That is what we did on stream. And then this was the file that I was actually playing on stream, and it's level 26. So, I went back and I double-checked, and I realized that this file, all I've done is beat the Margit or whatever, and that's it. Whereas in this file, we've actually explored some of Stormvale Castle. So I'm going to continue with this file instead, since we did progress on it, and I haven't done it on this one. I don't want to spend another stream doing the exact same thing as last stream. So we're going to continue with my private file, but I'm weaker there, so it's going to be a little bit rougher. And then we'll see. If I get my butt handed to me, then maybe I'll switch over again. But for now, we'll continue forward with this character. And then I'll continue with that one on my own. I do like this one better because facially, I took way more time to make him look closer to how I look. Whereas this one doesn't really look like me. I am nowhere near that skinny. So, we'll see. Dead Space. Hello, S. My day's been going good. How's your day going? Ew, windy and cold. Gross. Yeah, it's been really windy here, actually. Really, really windy. But yeah, Dead Space, I wasn't planning to get it. Originally, I was kind of like, whatever, I don't really care. Because I've played the original one so many times. Like, I've beaten it multiple times on stream. I've played it a lot on my own. And so I was like, I don't want to spend money when the game is pretty much exactly the same, because it didn't look like they were going to change much. And I was like, yeah, it looks nicer, but still. But you know, like when you think of games that you've played in the past, you always remember them prettier than they are. So when I looked at the footage, I was like, yeah, it's not that much better looking. Like, it's better looking, but it's not that much better looking to make it worth buying. I was like, I'm going to get Callisto Protocol, because that's the game that looks really good. I feel like the game is a little bit quiet. Yeah, let's see. That's better. And so I was like, I'm going to get Callisto Protocol, because that game is going to be better. And it's a new game, and it's going to be a new story. And then Callisto Protocol came out, and it wasn't very good. And so then I was like, okay, well, if Callisto Protocol was no good, then Dead Space is going to be garbage. And then all the reviews came out for Dead Space, and everybody loved it. And I was like, okay, I was wrong. We need to try Dead Space. And so I was kind of iffy about it. And then I randomly got a YouTube payout, which I haven't had in almost a year. So the fact that I got a YouTube payout meant that I actually had a little bit of money. And so, And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the game, and I'll just try it. And I've really liked it so far. Like I've really liked it. Whoa. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Red on the original Game Boy. Oh, I thought I could walk across there. Oh, okay, I'm okay. Since the original Game Boy's Pokemon. So I am... Whoa! I am way out of the loop when it comes to Pokemon. I haven't done anything to it. That's the weapon, right? That's the weapon, Saxmark? I haven't done anything to it, so it's base level. Actually, if I recall, now that you say that, did I get any... I want to say I did. I have a couple of smithing stones, and I have a somber smithing stone. Yeah, it's my original file that I was playing on stream that didn't have anything to upgrade. This one does have some stuff. Should I upgrade this? Should I upgrade this? Ark, how you doing? You think Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu was the last good one? I heard that this latest one was the best one if you are able to get past all the glitching. Gulade G, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. I heard that the gameplay itself was amazing, but it was just so broken that's what made the game terrible. How are you doing, Ark? How's the missus doing? How are you both doing? Are you guys keeping safe? Are you guys keeping, you know, your head above water? Sometimes life can just get out of control. You didn't like the Let's Go? You like Darkiest though? Oh crap! I keep looking at chat and forgetting that there's a guy up here. Merle, I'm not a fan of Peter Potter. When Nora was really little, Alana is obsessed with Harry Potter series. And when Nora was really little, she would watch the movies with her, and she would always call it Peter Potter. So it's kind of just stuck now that his name is Peter Potter. But anyway, she's excited for the game. I could care less. I know there's a whole lot of heat among, you know, supporting the game or whatever. I'm not planning to buy it for me at all. Alana might buy it, but I'm not planning to buy it for me at all. I don't really have interest in it. I've tried watching the Harry Potter movies, and when I used to work at a place that was like Walmart, we used to play the Harry Potter movies on the big plasma TV, because that's how old I am. We used to use plasma televisions. That was like the big thing outside of OLED, and we always used to play that on the screen. And I was like, whatever. Like, it was never interesting to me. Ugh, work in a couple of hours. Movies are garbage. Yeah, Alana actually started with the books. She was actually in Scotland. No, Ireland. She was in Ireland? Yeah, she was in Ireland. She was in Ireland when one of the books was released, so she lined up to buy the books while she was out there. And so she likes the books, but she likes the movies just because she could throw them on. But she has the series of books, and Nora's read the books. Nora's a really avid reader, so Nora's read the books. But I've just never been into it. Like, the whole magic thing just doesn't really interest me. Yeah, you're rereading them because of the book? Because of the game? Old plasma. Yes, nautical soap. Really, Ark? I'm gonna have to maybe look up an audiobook for that, because I enjoyed the movie. I felt that the movie ended too quickly, but I have no clue about the book, so I can't really comment on that. But I enjoyed the movie, so I should probably get the audiobook so I can see about that. I don't have Audible anymore. I canceled it. Money got tight, so I had to cancel it. That's right, Nautical Soap. That's right. Yeah, I've never been a Harry Potter fan. I don't dislike it. It's never held my interest. The one series that I watched the movies and I enjoyed them, but I was kind of like, okay, cool. They're good movies, but I didn't see what the hype was the Hunger Games. Oh, yeah, yeah, this is where we were. No, no, but there's a... Oh, the shortcut didn't save. Hold on a second. We went through that area to get this elevator. Oh, no, wait, is this the elevator here? Yeah. Oh, no, no, it's right here. Okay, okay. Was the Hunger Games. I watched the movies and I was like, okay, cool. Jennifer Lawrence, good-looking girl, and great acting skill, whatever. But it was enough that I was like, okay, I should probably read the books. And then Alana kept going on and on about the books and how great they were. And so I got the audiobooks, and then I listened to them. I have listened to the Hunger Games audiobooks about 5 times now. And I've only watched the movies once because I absolutely love the books. Loved the books. You like the storyline of Harry Potter? Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of whatever about it. I'm sure if I read the books, I would have more interest. But now with everything about the author and stuff, I'm kind of like, eh. Just because now I can kind of see the coded messaging, so I'm kind of meh. Send me the footballs, the cloud bread, and the mini speaker. Thank you so much. Oh wait, this is the boss. I don't want to fight a boss. Okay. Should I fight the boss? You know what? Let's try fighting the boss. Whoops. Hold on. Run. Run. Don't see me. Don't see me. Hide behind the pillar. Oh, he saw me. Oh, he saw me. Ouch. Hold on. I'm so underpowered. Hold on. I'm not ready. T. Okay. Can I... I can't even summon you guys. All right. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm so powerful. Holy crap. That was scary. Oh, there's a face under there. That's crazy. Nautical soap, that's funny. Yeah, like I was whatever. Like I said, when it was on at work, it just never drew my attention to it. Like it was nothing that really interested me about it. Alana really likes the series. I'm kind of indifferent about it. But the Hunger Games, the books really, really surprised me how much I enjoyed them. The movies are okay, but the books are so much better. Yeah, Merle. So I actually, I have a hard time reading. Not because I can't read. I'm actually a pretty good reader. That was one of my strengths in theater school, is I was a very good cold reader. For those who don't do any acting or really know anything about acting, a cold reading in acting is when they just hand you a script. They give you maybe 2 minutes to kind of look over it, and then you just start acting. And so you have to read what's happening on the script and listen to your acting partner and kind of just make up the scene as you go and make up your reactions on the spot and kind of just live in that moment. Not very many people are naturally skilled at that, only because it's very hard to read something and to respond to somebody's response, especially when they do it differently than what you're reading it. Because, you know, somebody might come at you with a question when you're expecting them to make it a statement, and then you respond as if they made a statement, and then it like kind of breaks the whole scene. So I was really good at cold reading. But I hate reading books because I'm one of those people that I can read a whole page and I get to the bottom sentence and I realize I didn't actually listen to what I was reading. And so I don't know what's actually happened. Or there are times where I read a whole chapter and by the end of the chapter, they reference something that happened in the middle of the chapter and I don't remember reading that. And so I have to go back and read the whole chapter. So sometimes it can take me 3 or 4 tries to get through a chapter. And by the 3rd or 4th try, I'm bored of reading it. And so I have a hard time reading. So I listen to audiobooks. The Maze Runner, the only reason I started listening to the audiobook is because I am obsessed with zombies, and I just Googled good zombie book or good zombie apocalypse book or whatever, and Maze Runner popped up on it. I'm assuming like post-apocalyptic is why. And so I downloaded it, and I didn't really, I glanced at the synopsis, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll listen to it, see if I like it. And I started listening to it, and was expecting zombies to eventually show up, and then next thing I know, I'm at the end of the book and I didn't have any zombies, but by then I wanted to know what happened in the story. The books are far better than the movies are. I tried watching the movies, and the only thing that got me through the first movie, I didn't watch all of them, I only watched the first one. The only thing that got me through it is that I have like a gigantic crush on Kaya, who is the lead girl in the movie. And so like I have a huge crush on her. She's the one that played Claire in Resident Evil, so I was able to get through it just because like I have a crush on her, and that's it. But I thought the movie was like horrendously tacky. Like it was very much a teen drama trying to go after like the Hunger Games hype, but without the budget or the talent behind it to make it good. And so I didn't like the movies, or at least the first movie. I haven't watched the other ones. I want to sit through and watch them all because I just recently listened to the audiobook again. But the Maze Runner I thought was okay. Nautical Soap, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Dee Dee. Yeah, Dee Dee. And the funny thing for me is in high school, I was very, very good at math, and I was very, very good at science. Very, very good at math and very, very good at like artistic stuff. But I was really, really bad at science, and I was really, really bad at English. That scared me. Winan, thank you so much. I don't know who that was, but I appreciate it. It's going twice. I wonder why it's doing it twice. That's weird. Lars Arvid, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dr. H, hello. How's it going? Wait, are we getting double sound? Is that what's happening? Or just dual because of the double alert? I don't know. Anyways, so science I struggle with because there's a lot of... You just have to kind of trust what they're telling you. And obviously I trust science. I was in healthcare. I was almost a nurse. But it's I learn better when I can see it myself. And so when you're telling me about meiosis and mitosis and you're explaining the process, if I can't physically see it, then it's very hard for me to grasp the concept. Now that's probably a bad example, but there was a class that I had. One of the classes I struggled the most with in nursing school was outside of learning medicine, because learning medications was a nightmare, but learning how your actual immune system works. The way that your body reacts to like wounds and reacts to being sick and reacts to infections, and not just like, oh, you get a temperature and it's a little bit warm and red. No, like I'm talking about like what your cells actually do, the signals that they send and what cells respond and how they respond and what they're called. I struggled with all of that because there's nothing physical to watch. They just name them and they'll show you a picture of the cell. But that is hard for me in science, so I always struggled in science. In high school, the only class I almost failed was science class, for that exact reason. And then English class. I am very well spoken. I am a half decent speller. I'm not great. I'm a really bad texter, but I'm a half decent speller. But reading was hard for me. I hated it. I don't know the structure of a sentence, like the whole pronoun, adverb, adjective, all that stuff. I don't remember that stuff very well. So I've always been bad at that. So English wasn't my forte, and I hated Shakespeare. Hated Shakespeare. And in high school, they made us read one Shakespeare play per semester. Whoa. And so, you know, English sucked for me. And then I decided that I was going to go into theater school. And for those of you who don't know, theater school involves a lot of script analysis and script reading. On top of that, it involved me reading every single Shakespearean work, all the sonnets and all the plays. I had to buy a combination of all of Shakespeare's works and then analyze every single one of the plays and break them down. And it was hard for me. It was very, very hard for me. And then I went to nursing, which was all science. So that was also very hard for me. It sucks. Because it was the same crap every year. Yeah. It comes in handy, especially in the way the world is now. Arc is there are a lot of people who are lacking basic skills, and so they're getting very upset at things that if they had just the basic understanding, it wouldn't be that easy to get mad at. But the education system's failed. But when we were learning all this, nobody foresaw that we would be in a situation where the internet would be full of people just making up lies and using big, scary words to scare people who don't understand what those big words are. Like, people get so mad at pronouns without understanding that pronouns aren't... They see it as like this woke agenda thing. And it's like, no, pronouns are actually a part of English. Like, that is a part of the language. It has nothing to do with some kind of an agenda. It's literally part of the language, and we use it every day. And so, but people are able to manipulate that and make people mad about it. And so, like, it sucks because that basic understanding would help, but nobody foresaw this happening. And so a lot of us didn't pay attention in English class. I was just lucky that I have used to have a very, very good memory. So I was able to kind of get through those classes just based on what I learned in class. But yeah, it's dry. It's very, very hard to handle. And especially nowadays, the English structure isn't as important as it used to be, right? Like, it was very, very important to make sure you pronounced words properly and that you used words in the correct manner, you know? And now it's becoming a lot more acceptable to just kind of use English to communicate without having to follow a set structure, which is great because people who might be very intelligent but may not speak as clearly are now able to communicate in whatever way they feel comfortable and have an opportunity to prove themselves. Whereas before it's like, oh, if you say ax instead of ask, you're instantly too stupid to work here. Now it's like, no, it's acceptable to say ax. So that's always a benefit. But yeah, I think English needed to be taught in a different way so people could grasp some of the basic meaning. You know what I mean? Hello, JX. Is it Jax? Is it Jax? Jax Fried, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, and see, Lars, I'm very good at understanding and remembering things. My problem is absorbing it. If you're teaching me something, oh god, this is going to be scary. I feel like I shouldn't go this way, but I don't know. Maybe we'll explore a little bit more elsewhere. I don't know. I'm so scared. Yeah. Ark, I had that issue too. Spanish was my first language, and for the most part, for almost all of it, Spanish is spelt the way you say it. There are a few exceptions to the rules, but most of the time, if you can understand the rules of how the letters are pronounced, then you can pretty much read Spanish. And English isn't like that at all. English is one of the more complex languages because it's really stupid, the set of rules that were just made up by people, by stealing words from other languages, despite them not being necessary. So I totally understand that for sure. The only reason I got around it is because just the way my brain works, I was able to learn words by mispronouncing them to learn to spell them. Like hypothesis. The only reason I learned how to spell hypothesis is I had a teacher that used to say hypo the cis, and that's how I say it in my head every time I spell it. Or beautiful, beautiful. I pronounce every letter for it to stick in my head. But yeah, spelling is rough. Thank God for spell check. I don't have to be scared outside. I don't know why Wednesday is spelled that way. I know. That's how I pronounce it when I spell it. Wednesday. I just started, Jax. I've been live for like 20 minutes. And maybe 10 of those minutes was me fixing a couple of things that were still not working. Busyness. Yep. Okay, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, my big thing with spelling, oh god. My big thing with spelling is, or not with spelling, with school is that I needed to learn, I needed to learn things by asking questions and participating. So I was that student that had a million questions in class, and sometimes the question was kind of out on left field. And the teachers really hated that about me because I would ask something that sometimes had nothing to do with what we were learning. Oh god. But for me, in my mind, if I understood the thing I was asking, then I'd be able to remember what they were actually teaching, if that makes sense. And so that's how I was able to learn in class, was by asking a bunch of questions. But the teachers that wouldn't answer my questions, those were the classes I usually struggled in. But once those questions were answered, I didn't have to study or anything because I knew all the stuff around what I needed to learn, so I was able to memorize the things that I needed to know. And then I just did well. I was the really lazy student. I was one of those students that didn't do homework. I didn't do my assignments. I didn't study. Ouch. I didn't study, yet I always got like 80s in class. I think that if I would have actually put myself to work, I would have done very, very well in school. But I was lazy. If I'm not interested, I just get the bare minimum done. It's always kind of been how I've been. with hands-on versus someone just giving me a paper. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I have to sit and just kind of fiddle with things to learn them, but I watch a lot of videos, and I have to do it in the same time that they're teaching me in the video to learn things. You're only surviving right now. Yeah, and that's the some traits here. And that's okay too. Sometimes we shine in different ways. I am so nursing school, I was among the top in my class. But one of the reasons I was actually on the dean's honor list in my college because of what the heck? I can't go through here, I guess. Weird. Because of like I was on the dean's list. But I did struggle because I'm very bad at names of things in general. I'm bad with people's names. There are people that have been following me that I'm friends with that I talk to outside of streaming for years, and I cannot for the life of me remember their real name. It's very hard for me to remember names. And then when you're talking medicine, nursing and all that, there's a lot of technical words that you're supposed to use, and I was always bad at that. Like, one of the things that you have to learn in healthcare is how to describe where something is happening. And even now, I don't remember what they're called. I remember dorsal is like towards your back. Lateral and all that kind of stuff, like those words, because if I just say my left arm, well, when I'm looking at you, your left arm is different than the left arm you're feeling. If you say up, like, do you mean up your arm as in like up this way, or up your arm as in like up this way? Like or sorry, up this way your arm, or up this way your arm. Like, it can be different for each person. Shut up, phone. And so they teach you very specific terms. I can't remember them for the life of me at all. Or medications. I can tell you what medications do, but if you ask me what medications are like technically called, cannot for the life of me remember. And it was always a struggle for me. So when teachers would, pull me aside and ask me questions in the hospital, they made me feel like an idiot because I couldn't answer their questions. At the same time, the teacher would watch me be hands-on, and I wouldn't make mistakes because I knew what I was doing. I just couldn't use the terms they wanted me to use. And it's always been how I've been. Oh. You're oblivious to that stuff? Yeah. Okay, so DD, there's a key I need to get. I don't think I've gotten the key yet. Run! Run! That's the wrong button for running. No! Run! I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. But yeah, I've struggled in that aspect for learning, but I learned how my brain works, so it helped me a lot. Upside is it's made me a much better teacher. Oh, I do have one. It's made me a much better teacher. Downside is it still makes it very hard for me to kind of prove that I know what I'm doing. Whoa. Because I can't use the professional terms of stuff. I am Dark Demon Souls. Dark Demon Souls 2. That's what I'm playing. Oh, there's a grace at the back? Okay, I'll do that in just a second. Yeah, and I think that's one of my frustrations when it comes to TikTok is I'll make a video and I might use the wrong word, but it's like a really small detail of what I'm saying. Like, I did a video talking about bitrate, and because somebody had asked me a question about bitrate, and I was talking about how, like, people are trying to put like the maximum bitrate and they're only using 720p, and it was something about that. And I was like, if you use this bitrate, it's gonna make it easier for your computer or whatever. But I ended up saying megabytes instead of megabits. But that term doesn't affect the information I was telling you, because it was an explanation of like how a higher bit rate will help with like artifacting and stuff while you're streaming, and how like you can go a lower resolution, which means you can lower your bit rate a little bit and you'll get less issues, or you can go low resolution with a really high bit rate and you'll have like no artifacting or whatever. And the what I was trying to teach is that the bit rate is going to control how clear your image looks despite the resolution. And that was my fact. The amount of comments that I got correcting me that like I'm an idiot because I said megabytes, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. Except the difference between megabits and megabytes is the measurement, but I wasn't referencing the measurement. I was referencing what effect the measurement would have. So it's like if I'm talking about how cooking food, you're going to need a certain level of heat because it's going to kill the bacteria in there. And the reason the bacteria is dangerous is here are the reasons it's dangerous. And you're going to turn and go, oh, he said heat, but what he actually means is internal temperature. What an idiot. But my conversation is about the bacteria. It's not about the internal temperature. And so like it bothers me because I'm so bad with names and people will point it out on something that has nothing to do with the rest of the video. But it's always been my struggle. My information's still good though. And so school, that was kind of my big struggle too, is I could never name things the way they wanted me to because I'm bad with names. You're horrible with names, yeah. I worked in healthcare out in public, taking care of people in their homes. There were people that I took care of for over a year and didn't know their name. If I saw their name on my list, it was always just like their last name. But if I saw if I saw their name on my list, I knew who they were, but I couldn't for the life of you tell them what their name was. If you showed me the picture, I could tell you what was wrong with them, what I did every time I saw them, what kind of illnesses they had, what dangers they had, but I couldn't remember their names for the life of me. Yeah, I've gotten a lot better with that. Sometimes I'll turn it around and just make fun of them for it because they'll completely miss the point. There was a video I did not recently, about 2 months ago, where I was talking about video games and how they're in trouble, like they're failing because of CEOs and stuff. And I say at the beginning of the video, I said that video games are dying, and people got mad. And then I doubled down on it, and people got mad. And I'm gonna continue talking about it, and I guarantee you, people are gonna get mad. And then that took what, 5 to 10 seconds to say, and then I'm like, but let me clarify, this is hyperbole. I know video games aren't dying, but I guarantee you people are still going to get mad. And I got a comment from a guy going, you're an idiot if you think video games are dying. And I was like, you didn't even make it past the 10-second mark? I don't know if that says anything about me, but it definitely says something about you. He's like, well, your video's boring. I switched off after 10 seconds. I'm like, it took you longer to type that message than it would have to get to the point where I say it's sarcasm. And I made fun of people like you, and then you got mad. So you literally did what I said you were going to do. I'm like, that's pretty pathetic. You can memorize sorceries. Oh, okay. And so like now once in a while I'll turn it around on the people that try to talk to me that way. Okay, let's just run. Let's just run. Let's just run. Run. Oh, God. Oh, God. They're calling the Green Ranger. They're calling the Green Ranger. Oh, God, there's a big guy here. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. There's the Grace. There's the Grace. Give me to the Grace. Give me to the Grace. Oh, God. Oh, God. Go away, doggy. I'm dead. Oh, God. I'm so dead. Oh, I forgot the summons. I forgot about them. Oh, well. That's okay. That's okay. It's really dry in this room. Indeed, Ark. Indeed. Those faces are exactly how I felt. All right, let's do this again. We got this. We got this. Now that I kind of know where I'm going. Oh, today is my last day off. Today is my Sunday. It's the most depressing day. To go back to work tomorrow. I'm making chili later tonight, though, so I'm excited about that. I'm not looking forward to doing the work, but I'm excited about chili. What is in here? Ooh. Another door? What? Oh, oh, today's your Monday? Gross. That's me tomorrow. Dr. H. You only worked 4 days. I'm actually... Okay, I'm going to come back to this. Let's go here. Because somebody had mentioned for me to level up my sword, and I completely forgot to do that. Chef Nate, how are you doing? So my brother runs a contracting company, so I'm a subcontractor. I work for him, and we do a variety of stuff. But right now, I am actually doing maintenance at like I'm cleaning, basically industrial cleaning at some grocery stores, and I do a restaurant. The restaurant's more sanitation, like disinfecting and stuff, and cleaning like the places people touch or whatever. But it's mostly like using giant machines to clean out grocery stores and stuff. So it's mindless work. I left healthcare for it, which shows you a lot about the state of our healthcare here. When I would rather go in to work with a giant machine and be way more physically exhausted than make technically more per hour and work in healthcare. Although now I'm making more money doing what I'm doing versus what I was making as a healthcare worker. But yeah, I work as a subcontractor. It's not bad. I really like the fact that it's mindless, so there's no stress outside of not doing my job well enough. And I literally just throw on my headphones and listen to audiobooks while I'm working, or I'll put my phone on the machine and I'll watch shows. So right now I'm in the process of watching Lost. I'm on the final season of Lost. And before that, I had watched all of Prison Break. I was so mad. Side story. I haven't watched Prison Break since I was in college. Watched Prison Break up until the last original season, and then they came back for like a season after. I don't know why I'm getting double sounds. We Go Lucky, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. So I got to the new season. I watched one episode, and then Netflix removed it from their site. I was so mad. And now I found that it's on, is it on Prime? I think it's on Prime. But I lost the momentum now, so I don't want to watch it because, like, well, I'm not going to watch you then. I'm kind of in that mindset with it. But I'm watching Lost right now, and then I'm going to go back to Fear the Walking Dead. So that's always nice, is I can, like, watch shows while I'm working. And nobody bothers me. I work by myself. Unless there's, like, something going on at the store in the middle of the night. Like, they have a maintenance guy there fixing, like, the freezers or something. But outside of that, like, I'm completely alone, which is great. I don't have anybody, like, annoying me. No management breathing down my neck or anything. So it's nice. The Dark, I'm doing well. How you doing? How are things going? You guys can't hear the alerts coming through? Huh. Oh, well. I'll fix it next time. I did a reinstall of Windows, Arc. And so I... Oh, what the heck? Oh, I don't have enough runes or whatever. Okay, we can get runes. I think I have a few golden runes, don't I? Is this... Oh, no, it's not. I thought I had some golden runes. I guess I don't. That's okay. We can get a couple of runes real quick. Let's get a couple of runes real quick. Where's the area that we were in? Did I not? I didn't... Wait, I thought I had the thing. I thought we went to that area with the teleporter. I guess not. Crap. Well, I guess we can do that again. I don't want to have to do that again. The one that's over here, the little teleporter in this area. Let's go do it again. That's really frustrating. I messed that up. Okay, let's just go here and we'll follow the path, I guess. Oh, there's a... Yeah, it was used in the last... Hold on. Is there different pages? How do I switch pages? Stormhill. No, I don't... No, I don't... It's not here. No, I did do it. We win. I know I did. But I think it didn't save. I don't think it saved. I think that's what happened. It's... Oh, you mean the runes or whatever? Rune frag... Oh, they're right here. Yes, I can use them. Okay, you're right. That's not what I meant to do. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. I'm an idiot. It didn't... I have no idea. Leonardo, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Oh, here they are. Jeez, when you were looking at my balls. What are you doing? Well, you're pointing them out. Everybody's gonna see them now. Everybody's gonna see them. Leonardo, thank you for the like. I appreciate that. So I I can't even think straight anymore. Okay, let's just use them all. I don't even remember what I was saying. Okay, how many runes did I get out of that? Okay, we got some runes. Let's go level up the sword. Hi, Ghost. No, I don't have to do that. I can just travel through the map. Okay. Oh, so I did a fresh install of Windows. I was having some issues with my VR. I thought I was having issues with my VR. I like playing Minecraft, but I prefer playing Minecraft in VR versus playing Minecraft. Is my stream running smooth? I haven't even checked. Okay, it seems okay. But I prefer playing Minecraft in VR versus playing Minecraft on the flat screen. And so I was using Minecraft through the Game Pass, but I canceled my Game Pass. And so I decided to buy Minecraft so I could play it. Because Nora has been wanting to play with me, and I've been wanting to play it again in VR. And so I installed it. I played it for like 2 days with her, and it was great. And then we didn't play for a couple of days, and then I went back to play, and it updated, and then all of a sudden Minecraft didn't work in VR anymore. And so I tried everything. I deleted Minecraft, I reinstalled it. I deleted my Oculus, I reinstalled it. I deleted the 3D launch, the VR launcher, and reinstalled it, and nothing was fixing it. And I kept reading online, and nobody had any suggestions. The only suggestion that I kept reading was make your own shortcut, or there's something wrong like in internal files that haven't been deleted, so you might have to do a fresh install of Windows. So I bit the bullet. I did a completely clean install of Windows, deleted everything, and it still didn't work. Turns out that one of the latest updates screwed up the way that the launcher works, and so now I have to actually run Steam and make a shortcut to force Steam to run Minecraft, and that fixed it. So now that works, but now my OBS is all messed up, so clearly my sound is all screwed up. I'm hearing double sound in my ears, but apparently you guys aren't hearing the sounds, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I got to take some time to look at it, but I've been just so exhausted lately that I haven't bothered. Yeah, The Dark. Minecraft VR is really fun. I really like it. Wait, what else is required? Somber Smithing Stone. Don't I have a Somber Smithing Stone? Wait, I'm wrong button. Stop it. Do I just have a somber stone? Is that... Yeah, right here. Somber smithing stone. I've got 2 of them. Or does it mean I'm missing 1 more and I needed 3?
Back already. No matter. Lay out your arms.
Okay, so I have 2, but I need 1 more. So that's... So is that what that means then? Oh, I have a +2 somber smithing stone. I need a 1 somber smithing stone. Okay, that makes sense. That's really stupid and doesn't actually make sense, but okay. Okay, I'll have to look for another one. That's kind of stupid. That makes it really unclear. That's not even like the game trying to be secretive. That's just like really bad coding. That's just terrible coding. I don't know what BHF means. The sword? 0. I haven't done anything to it. And what are the finger maidens you were saying? Are you in? Okay, I should have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're ranked. That's just bad. That's not very clear. They need to work on their UI a little bit just to clarify that a bit more. Okay, so who are the finger maidens? I don't think I've met any finger maidens. Like I've seen this. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't defeat this guy. I didn't defeat that guy. Here we go. Back to the hallway. Okay, I'll go there in a second once I die. Once I die. We, oops. I defeated him on my other file, but my other file, I'm level 21. Here I'm level 17, so there's a good chance I'm not going to get anywhere. Oh, I missed him. I missed him. Move, move. That's one thing I dislike is the guy hits you once and then you're staggered and you can get a couple of hits in before you can hit him again. Ha! We did it! On our first try today. On our first try today. We did it. No, it's an NPC. But I tried him like 5 or 6 times last stream. And I got him on my first try this time. Pretty proud of that. That's pretty good. Spiritual Booty, how you doing? How's the weather where you are? Ooh. I didn't see this last time. How's life treating you? You feeling okay? How do you do the phase attack? So first you do the left trigger attack, and then you do the right trigger attack as a follow-up. And then it does that phase thing. And that's not me figuring it out. I want to say it was WeWin that told me that. Easy mode. Heck yeah, easy mode. Heck yeah, easy mode. Okay, so through the hallway I was just in. Hey, finger ladies, where are you? Maidens of the finger.
Great champion called by grace. I am fear. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor. Your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion.
We win.
And you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from...
Shut up, lady. I'm trying to say something here. We win. My channel used to be family friendly. I have now eased it up a little bit. It's still like PG-13, but you are now trying to have me activate lewd, lascivious acts. I am a man of honor. I will not do this in front of the camera. She is asking me to give her my warmth and to hold me, and she's a fingering lady. Those things I do in private behind closed doors, WeWin. I am very, very shocked and appalled you have offered for me to be sharing my warmth with this finger lady. She's not even a fingering lady. Oh, she's not a finger maiden. But she wants my warmth. She wants me to hold you. Spiritual Booty, I'm glad you're doing okay. And it's a little cold, but is it still like decent out there? How cold does it get out there? We're pretty chilly here today. Not horrendous. It's usually a lot colder than it is right now. But because it's been so warm all winter, it's feeling pretty chilly today. I'm not at fault. Just a little. Just a little. Should I let her hold me? I do need a hug. I haven't had a hug in a long time. Maybe I should let her hold me. Okay, hold me.
My thanks.
Hold me.
Great champion.
The camera turns away.
You are very warm.
That just... I don't even know how to feel about that.
Inside you was a Baldakin's blessing, though it is but a fleeting
Giggity.
Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
All I understood is that she said she was going to light something inside of us, but I don't know what it actually meant. Her talking was very, very naughty. Very, very naughty. But I don't actually know what she meant. It's -40s. Gross, Jesse. Gross. Are you? Yeah. Well, Fahrenheit and Celsius are the same. I don't know if you're in Canada. I'm gonna assume you are. But in Canada, parts of Canada have definitely been that cold. Where I am, I'm in Ontario, but I'm like right by the border. I'm actually south of like Washington, I think. Yeah, I think today we're sitting at like negative. We were at like -7 or something like that. Let me see. -13. We're at -13, so it's chilly, but not like horrendously bad. -40 is like painful. Manitoba, oh yeah, those are the parts of Canada that are suffering right now. Those are the parts of Canada that are suffering right now. Alberta, Manitoba, but yeah, we're at -13, so it's cold enough that you need a jacket, that you need to, keep warm, and after a little while outside, you're gonna feel it. But -40, like that hurts. That physically hurts when you're outside. Spiritual booty, I don't blame you. Okay, go back up. Go back up. Not in here. Is it in here? John, how you doing? Welcome. You're glad you live in Finland? Yeah, we've had an extremely warm on the other side of where I jumped down. Oh, okay, so I jumped down here. So you mean that one over there, that hallway? No. Or do you mean like on the other side, as in on the left side of it? Okay, next to where I jumped in. Okay. I got you. It's so hard because I'm using Restream for everybody that's watching. I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, and I'm using Restream, and Restream adds a delay to the stream. And so I'm answering, and it takes a few seconds to get out to WeWin, and by the time WeWin types back, it takes a few seconds to get to me, and by then I've already moved on. So it's like my delayed answer to her is already delayed for her. When she responds, it's already delayed, so it's delayed even further to me, and then I'm like way further off from what she said. Oh God, I don't want these finger maidens to touch me. Please don't hold me and give me your warmth. I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's been really warm over there. It's been here too. Like, it's been really crazy how warm it's been. Like, we've been sitting in the positives all winter. There's been very few nights that we've been in the negatives, and even then it's like -5, -7. I think today might be the coldest day we've had all winter. And this is usually what we have in like October. By now I should be sitting at like -27 on a regular basis, and then like -40 on a really cold day. But like -13, 14 is nothing for winter. It's really weird. It's really weird. Not from them. They look dry. It would be really rough and hurt. They better use some really good KY. Okay. No somber stones. Dang. That sucks. -27 with wind chill, -41. So gross. It was your first experience with actual winter. Chicago can get pretty cold. Chicago's temperature is very similar to what it is where I am. I have the Niagara River literally like down the street from me, and so that helps a lot with the temperatures around here. They don't get as severe as other places. To 32 or lower, it's cold. Yeah, no, here it can get pretty chilly. But the lake effect and the river and everything really helps with the temperature around here. But yeah, there are days where it can be really cold. There's I don't know, it's just hard to explain for people who live in warmer climates. I've heard people say things like, "Oh, I've been in a walk-in freezer. It's cold, but it's not that bad." But it's not the same. There's just such a difference. It's like when I go back home to El Salvador, out there's not a lot of houses with warm water. Like, you don't have water boilers unless you got a lot of money. And most of my family wasn't wealthy. They were all very poor. And so they didn't have water heaters. You would shower with cold water and stuff. And they'd make fun of me because I hated it because I like warm water. And they would make fun of me in the sense of like, "Oh, you're so spoiled, like being a rich Canadian, you're so spoiled, you have warm showers and stuff. But they can't comprehend the fact that our water is a very different type of cold than their water is. Like, our water is frigid ice, cold water. And they just can't grasp the meaning of how cold it actually is. We were outside once, and this is in Celsius for my American friends. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. I want to say it's in the 30s. But it was like 15 or 16 degrees Celsius, which is chilly. Not chilly, but it's like, it's a cool spring night, I guess. And they were freaking out. Like, they went and put on what would be considered like a light winter jacket to be outside at 15 degrees, and I'm sitting out there in like shorts and a t-shirt. I ended up putting pants on with my shirt only because I was getting bitten by mosquitoes, but it was like, it's not that cold. They just can't grasp how cold it can really get when you're in a place like Canada. It makes zero sense to them when I say that it's cold. 59. Okay, yeah, so 59 is what it was at. See, that's very nice weather, Spiritual Booty. That's like a nice measurement. You get a cooler day, but then it gets warm, but not like excessively hot. I did talk about this the one time, is the big difference as well. A lot of Americans, especially Southern Americans in like Texas and stuff, will make fun of Canadians. They'll make fun of the Brits when we complain about how hot it gets. You know, here on a really hot summer day, we're looking at like 90, 95 on the really extreme days here. And a lot of Americans will make fun of us, and they're like, 95 is nothing. Come here where it gets to like 115. But we have the lakes, and they make a huge difference in that heat. And I didn't know why. I knew that the humidity would make a difference, but I didn't know the scientific reason behind why. Thank you, Hank Green, for teaching me this. But the big thing is, when you're in a place like Las Vegas or in Texas, it's a lot drier. So when it gets very hot, despite the temperature being higher, you're able to sweat, it evaporates, and it cools you down, so you're able to cool down at a much higher temperature. Whereas here, it's far, far more humid. On a really specific type of weather day, in my city specifically, I can see the mist from the Niagara Falls in my backyard. Because it's just, the humidity is so heavy here. Not like tropical weather humidity, but it's heavy here. So when you're here and you're sitting at like 90 degrees, which we're sitting like 30-ish, I think 35-ish here in Celsius, it's like stiflingly hot. Like, it's dangerously hot, but it's because we sweat and it doesn't evaporate. And so even though it's not as hot as the 115, it's much more dangerous than the 115 because we are not able to sweat off that heat. And it can get insane. So it's the same in reverse with the cold. The river will affect our temperature here a lot more. So even though it's way colder, it's less shocking than it would be in a place like Texas, where it's a lot drier and things can freeze a lot easier out there. It's around -10. Yeah, we're at -13, so we're really close to the same temperature. Yeah, and it's humid because of the beach, but it's still much more manageable because you will still see people at plus 100 outside. Here, when it's at like 90, you literally have the hospitals full because people have collapsed being outside. Where like the cities put out a warning saying, do not go outside because of how dangerous it is. And then you know that in the hospital you're going to be backed right up because you're going to have a whole bunch of people that have collapsed from the heat. It's just the humidity doesn't evaporate here. We also don't get the sun as directly. So even though you guys have the beach in Los Angeles, it can still evaporate a lot more of the heat because the sun is much more direct, whereas our sun is a lot less direct. So the rivers that we have, they aren't in one spot. They're through everything. Like, there are like 10 rivers in like the 3 surrounding towns around me. And so that just never evaporates because the sun never gets direct enough to evaporate that moisture. It's horrible. I bet. Yeah, and there's a lot to be said. Oh my god, Ark. Oh. Thank you, Ark. Oh, man, I was really not expecting that. Oh, I really wasn't expecting that at all. Oh, God, this guy's going to hit me. Go, 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 go. Just move, just move. Let me hit that spiritual thing. Oh, God, oh, God. Hurry, hurry. But yeah, there's a lot to be said if you've never actually experienced that type of temperature on a regular basis. Get out of here. Aww. Having to light the stupid thing didn't let me sit down. If you've never experienced it, yeah, you're gonna just feel it no matter what. And then infrastructure is another big thing. Like, Canadians like to make fun of people in Texas and stuff when you get like a millimeter of ice and then your whole city shuts down. Which for us, it's like, yeah, that's a good day in the winter. But we also have the infrastructure to deal with that, right? Like, we have salt machines that are out on the road before we even see the snow. We have plow machines that are set up to take and clear out the snow, versus a place like Texas where it's like, if you have any salt machines, it's very few, and you don't do it on a regular basis. So the guys going out to do any kind of help aren't trained in a way that like they've done it all the time, so they just know the most efficient way to do it. So there's a lot of like bumping into walls, and not real walls, but like coming into problems that you're not expecting. So then that makes the whole situation way worse. So even though we can get 10 feet of snow in the span of a week, and you guys get like an inch, we'll keep going and you guys shut down. But it's because we're set up to deal with that. Yeah, when it gets like ice, like, we know it's going to be very, very cold. I'm assuming it's the same in Finland, Dark. We know it's going to be very, very cold when there's no snow. When the sky is clear, it's going to be a really cold day, because when it's snowy and the sky is like, overcast and dark, it's usually not as bad, because you need some warmth to get the snow to fall. But once that temperature is below a certain level, you just get no snow, because it's just so cold that it doesn't actually evaporate any of the liquid to get up into the sky. It's crazy. That was amazing. Do it again. That's all Ark's doing on YouTube and Twitch. Anybody who was wondering, get my runes. Yes. Anybody who was wondering, that was a jump scare that I have. Oh, I did. I got it, even though I turned it on. This isn't. Oh, I thought it was in the other one. That's why I was like, I'll go get it, Weavin. Dark Souls, you have to actually sit. Lighting it doesn't actually do anything. You need to sit down for it to actually do something. So I thought I lit it, but then I would have to go back to actually sit at it. Oh, I learned something new today. Anyways, for anybody on TikTok that was wondering, that was a jump scare that can get triggered on Twitch and YouTube. When people use the donation link that I have and they donate $6.66, it triggers that scream in my ears, which in turn makes me scream and freaks out. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the alerts. It may not be coming through to you guys, but it's a big loud scream in my ears, which then causes me to freak out. So that is what happens. So I apologize to anybody who got scared along with me. You didn't hear the jump scare, but you did hear me. Okay. I do kind of like that. I've always wanted it so the jump scare isn't super loud for all of you, but it's loud for me. But I haven't been able to figure out a way to do that. Now the downside is you guys don't hear any of my alerts at all. I don't understand snow at all. It just has to do with the way that evaporation works, like the evaporation cycle, the water cycle. Basically, once you're at a certain level, depending on where you are in the world, obviously, like if you're more south, it wouldn't have the same effect, because again, the sun, despite cold temperatures, the sun can still do quite a bit. But, oh crap, whoa! But here, especially in the hemisphere that we're in the latitude that we're in, the sun doesn't hit us very directly. And what happens is, once you get to a certain level of cold, water doesn't evaporate, because it's too cold for it to evaporate at all. So the humidity doesn't actually take place that's needed for snow to fall. You might get snow the first couple of days that it's very, very cold, because the humidity from the last couple of days might still be in the sky. But once you kind of snow it out and there's no more humidity in the air, if it's cold enough, you just won't get any more snow. So on a really beautiful day with lots of sunshine out, beautiful for winter, with lots of sunshine out, it's usually far colder than the really gross, dark, gloomy days. Which for people in like the UK where you don't get the level of snow that we get, I'm sure you think sunny day, warm day, gloomy day, cold day. Here, on the other hand, no, you want the gloomy days because even though there's snow, you know it's going to be a lot cooler, a lot easier to handle. And then you get the sunny days, which, yeah, is nice for the vitamin D and stuff, but it's a lot harder because you're going to be a lot colder. And those are the days that are the most dangerous here. Bring back the VR jump scares. I've been wanting to do some VR stuff. I've actually been wanting to play something in VR. Recently they had... Oh, I don't remember what the game is called. I played it already on flat screen. One where you're like a painter and there's a room that like every time you beat the level, you go back in and the painting has changed slightly. Layers of Fear. That one was just on sale recently in VR. I've been looking at that one on and off. That's one I want to try. Play Among Us VR. I've never been interested in Among Us. The big thing with Among Us is you need friends to play with. And I don't have friends that I play with online, and I don't play with viewers because I did that a few times, and it turned into a lot of them spoiling it. And so that wasn't fun. You know, like if I was the killer or whatever, they would just tell. And so that kind of wrecked it. Or like you would get people that would do things in the game just to kind of aggravate you. And when it's not your friends, it's not fun. It's fun when it's your friends aggravating you, but it's different when it's just like a random person. So I don't play Among Us at all. Have I ever played For Honor? I tried it once. There was a little while there where Ubisoft gave it away for free. It was one of those. It was one of those gaming announcement event things that they did, and they gave it away for free. And so I got it, and I tried it for a couple of days, and then I lost interest. I don't like competitive games. I don't like competitive games at all. They're just not fun to me. One, I'm an adult with a family, and so I don't have the time to dedicate to getting good at games like that. And those are the kind of games that if you don't spend, 4 or 5 hours a day, every day practicing, then you just spend the whole time losing. And what's the fun of playing a video game when all I'm going to do is lose? If I at least have a chance to win, as I lose right now, if I at least have a chance to win, it makes it fun. But if I'm just going to get destroyed the whole time, it's not fun. I used to do Fortnite when it first came out. It was a few months in, but there were already some really good players. And Fortnite literally turned into watch me sit in a waiting room the whole time because I would die within the first 30 players, which happens within the first 2 minutes. And then it was just sit here and watch. And it's like, that's not fun. That's not enjoyable. And I don't have enough time to dedicate like this. What I'm going to do today is all I'm going to game all day. And I probably won't game again until Tuesday when I have the next stream. Or Monday when I stream. No, Tuesday when I stream next. And so like I don't have time to dedicate to get good at anything. And so it turns into just me sucking. So I don't play anything competitive at all. Great May, it's Layers of Fear. Layers of Fear. Noah, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh my god, Dakota, Visage, whatever. One of the scariest video game experiences I ever had. The only other game that I was... Is that noise? The only other game that scared me more was Resident Evil 7 in VR. That was the only other game. I am so disoriented right now. Whoa, there's little potheads. That was the only other game that scared me more. But Visage was horrible. Horrible. I don't know, Dark. I'm not sure. True Deity, I don't know where Godric is. I haven't played Sekiro. I hear it's amazing. I haven't played it, though. And will I be getting Hogwarts Legacy? No, I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. I never understood the big obsession that everybody has with it. It's just never been... Whoa. Whoa, there's a big one. I shouldn't have beaten up your babies. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to beat up your babies. So it's just never been anything for me. I think Alana's probably going to get it. Whoa! And maybe I'll try it that way, but I'm not interested in it. I think it looks pretty. It looks like it might be one of the only Harry Potter games that I would be interested in, because the gameplay seems more like a regular gameplay, not like a cheap tie-in video game like they do a lot of. You know where Godric is, but you're not selling yet. I've only got like 20 minutes, so we're probably going to have to put it off till next stream unless I find it. The only ones that are Lego Harry Potter. Yeah, I've tried those, and I like a little bit more in my game. So the Lego games I think are really cute, but they're cute as like a novelty. I usually end up playing them for like 20 minutes, and then I just never turn on the Harry Potter games again. No worries, Dakota. That's probably it right there. Not that, Adam. How you doing? You're literally joining us right as the stream is almost at its conclusion. I've got like 15, 20 minutes left. I didn't see any summons. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Noah, my favorite game ever. Hold on. Oh, God.
Plain as a lord. I command thee. I am the lord of all that is golden.
Holy crap. Okay, am I the only one that feels like a lot of these bad guys... I can't pause. That a lot of these bad guys are... a kid's drawing, and then the guys take it and make it as gruesome as possible. Because I remember as a kid drawing, like, cartoons with, like, 20 hands. Distract him! Aggro him! Squid face, help me! Okay. But yeah, my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VIII, which is not a very good game. Objectively speaking, but I love it. I love... Whoa, I didn't expect that! But I love Final Fantasy VIII. But it's kind of a toss-up for me about my favorite games, because Resident Evil 2 and Silent Hill are two of my favorite horror games ever, and they're two of the games that I can consistently play over and over again and still love every minute of it. Final Fantasy VIII, even though it's my all-time favorite game, I've only played it like twice in the last 15 years. And then anything Soulsborne. Soulsborne games are completely games that I can play over and over again without any kind of break, and I'm happy with that. He's the one-man army. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, yeah, somebody's mentioned that Harry Potter's or Lego games are fun with other people, but by yourself you get bored. Yeah, I totally see that. I totally see that. I just don't really have anybody to play with. And Alana and I have very, very different gameplay styles. She's the kind that has to like take her time and try every single door and every single hallway. Oh crap, I forgot to... every single hallway and every single door as she plays, whereas I'm like I want to go straight to the point. She also panics a lot when she's playing, and so a lot of her gameplay involves her pretty much screaming and just pushing a bunch of buttons, which then cause her to die, and then she has to try again. Ouch. I am nowhere near a skilled player, but I try not to panic when I'm playing. So frustration gets pretty high with me when I'm playing with her, so we tend to not play too much together anymore. I didn't die. I didn't die. Move back. Okay. Oh god, you're gonna kill my little squid guy. No, Squiddy. Oh, ow, ow, no, ow. Okay. I'm not even close. I need to level up hardcore. I forgot he did that. I need to level up hardcore. Ouch. Oh man. I definitely need to level up. Definitely need to level up. My favorite game genre. Probably the Soulsborne genre, like this type of RPG, just because it's very technical. You know, I like games like Zelda and stuff, which are still hack and slash in the same style of like using a shield and whatever, but that's a lot more like button mashing and you can kind of get away with it, whereas this is a little bit more precise in how you have to attack and react and dodge and stuff. But outside of that horror, survival horror, I love, love, love horror games, specifically zombie horror games. Oh man, I think we might have to do that next stream, Weewin. I might have to pick your brain and find out where that person I need to speak to is. You know what? Shadow of the Colossus is a phenomenal game. That is a very, very good game. I'm really sad I never tried the remake or remaster or whatever it was, but that was a very good game. Oh crap, I forgot. Here, let's try these guys this time. I have a feeling he's going to destroy these guys in like one hit. Oh, get away, get away! They didn't do anything to him. Oh, oh. Yes! I pushed the wrong button instead of running. I ended up sneaking because that's what I always do for some reason. Oh. Just go forward where the giant is sitting? Okay. I tried the dark. I couldn't get into it. I felt it was a little bit over complex, if that makes sense. I tried really hard and I just couldn't. I just didn't. It didn't grab me. Games like Fallout, first-person RPGs, really not my thing. I find them insanely boring.
You are a fine warrior. Your only mistake was your choice of master. Let the winds lift you to a higher place. Well, who do we have here?
We're gonna try one last time.
Are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot.
It's like Skyrim, one of the most famous games. I find it so boring. The only reason I played any amount of it was because of the VR.
This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me the fight.
Okay.
Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance. Down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord.
Okay, this will be the last time we'll try the fight, and then I gotta stop because I gotta go pick up Nora in a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Let's just teleport. Oh, I can't. When they're out there, I can't teleport, can I? Stop it, giant! I don't want to fight you. I just want to get away. All right. But yeah, Skyrim is a really popular, really popular series. People love that series, or not series, that game. And I've tried so many times, and I can't get into it at all. I find it so boring. I think a big reason I find it so boring, the ADHD in my brain, but also the fact that you get quests, but then you like meet people and they give you more quests, and then by the time I get back to the main quest, I can't remember what's happening anymore. And so then when I talk to people and they're using names that I don't remember of places that I don't remember, I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I'm just bored. And the only reason I ever played any amount of it, I think I put in about 10 to 15 hours into the game, and the only reason I did is because it was one of the first VR games I ever played. I played Resident Evil 7, I played Skyrim, and there was one other one. And Ismo, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. 39 roses. That's really kind of you. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And yeah, I was looking for like a longer VR game, because almost all VR experiences, especially back then, were like an hour, 20 minutes. And so I was like, Skyrim is a long game and I can play it in VR. And VR was brand new, so you didn't have like the proper VR mechanics. So, you know, like Resident Evil, you aimed with your head. You didn't get to use the controllers. In Skyrim, you got to use the controllers, but you didn't have the ability to like manipulate things or like any kind of physics behind the sword slashing. And so I played it for a while, and then I started getting into like more VR-centered titles, and then I started realizing how broken Skyrim is in VR, and then to fix it, you have to modify it a whole bunch, and so I just never went back. But I know it's super, super popular. I just find the first-person RPG games, especially American Western RPGs, the most boring games on the planet outside of things like Call of Duty or sports games. There's just nothing in them for me that makes them interesting. After getting all the achievements, I mean, after you spent all that time, I'm not surprised. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, lady with the double axes, do your thing. Show me how absolutely badass you are. Let me just grab this. Oh, there's 200 souls, or 200 runes, or whatever. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. I can't tell if he's looking at me or her, so I'm getting scared to like approach him. Oh god! Oh god! Whoa. Oh, 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 oh! No, it didn't work! I tried to visceral attack, but it didn't work. Uh-oh. Oh, no. WTF! What is happening?
Truest of dragons.
Drama queen.
Be thy strength.
He acts like it's the first time cutting his own arm off. I do it at least once a week. Oh, that's all. He's just getting a head of a dragon as his next hand. Holy crap. That's badass. Okay, this may be my favorite Soulsborne boss ever. Oh god, he shoots fire so far away. Whoa, fire and wind. That is not a good mix. That is not a good mix. Holy crap, he moves so fast. Move, move. No! I got one hit on. No! Oh, and I gotta stop. Oh, that's disheartening. That is disheartening. Wow, that's crazy. Jake, how you doing? How you doing? I'm literally at the end of the stream. That's all that's up. Ah. All right, well we got the NPC that we can call on. We're at the boss fight, so we can definitely do that next week. I'm very excited about that. I did get further. So I'm up with that. I think next stream we'll beat this person for sure. But yes, I got to get going. And Dakota, you said that VR made you sick for like 2 hours. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. It's a very small percentage of people that can try it for the first time and not get sick. The vast majority of people feel sick right away. The difference is that the people who continue trying will eventually get better. For the most part, there's I think it's like 15% of people who play it will never get used to it. But the vast majority of people will get used to it, but it's getting past that sickness because it's not like car sickness. Car sickness, you can feel it while you're in the car and you get out and about 15 minutes later, you're fine. With VR sickness, and the first time I played VR, I played for about, I want to say it was about maybe 2 hours. I was sick for over a day. Like, it was bad. And then the next time I only played for about 20 minutes, and then I was sick for a few hours, then 20 minutes and a few hours, until eventually it wound down. Now I'm at the point that I can play VR for like 4 hours straight, 5 hours straight, and I feel nothing. I get a little bit sick recently, only because I haven't been doing a lot of VR. There was a while there where I was playing it to the point where I could do like 10 hours straight and feel nothing. But sometimes it does affect me when I haven't played for a while. So like, I think I haven't done VR in about a month for more than like 20 minutes at a time. So I feel a little bit, not sick, but I just feel kind of like, I feel like I ate something that just didn't sit well. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel. But I know that if I do it for a few days, then I'm going to be perfectly fine again. And then I can go for hours without anything. VR can be amazing. Yes, Tuesday around 1 p.m. Dakota, if you are out west from me, I want to say, I don't know what time it is over where you are, Dakota. But like, I started about an hour and a half ago, so around the same time on Tuesday, Dakota, around the same time. Yeah, Danny boy. And the thing is, when you're talking VR sickness, it's the reverse of motion sickness, and your body can't handle that as easily as regular motion sickness. For those who don't know, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and then I got to go. For those who don't know, motion sickness is when your body feels motion. So like your inner ear feels the little liquid inside moving, but your eyes don't necessarily see matching movement. So it can make you feel sick because your body's saying, hey, we're moving. Why aren't you seeing it? Usually happens when you're like reading a book or when you're looking at something stationary while you're in a car or whatever. Versus VR sickness, it's the opposite. Your body isn't feeling the movement, but your eyes are seeing it. So your brain is expecting certain things, and it doesn't feel that in your body, so then your brain freaks out. And so then what it's trying to get you to do is puke because it thinks you're poisoned. Thank you so much, Fido Kid, or Fidu Kid, I'm sorry. But yeah, VR sickness can last a hell of a lot longer for some reason. Our bodies just do not handle VR sickness anywhere near as well as it handles regular motion sickness. It sucks. It really sucks. Yes, we win. I'll remember to change the stream title. Okay, I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up Nora. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I'll be back on Tuesday around the same time as today, and we're going to continue with some more Elden Ring. If you can't make it Tuesday, I'll be back Thursday after that to play some more Dead Space. I'm really enjoying Dead Space. Yeah, to sell your VR, yeah, you have to really push hard to kind of get past it, and even then there are some people that are never going to get past it. It really sucks because VR is honestly like the next level in gaming. But if we can't figure out the VR sickness thing, then it's never going to be mainstream just because of that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for following. Anybody who was wondering and you heard those alerts, if you saw them on TikTok, I'm live on Twitch and YouTube as well. It's also retro for the first time. So if you prefer seeing something in a bigger screen, you can always go there. And people on YouTube and Twitch, I am on TikTok. That's who I am also talking to. And if you want to see it more handheld like this, then you can always go there as well. All right, let me shut off TikTok first, and then we'll shut off YouTube and stuff. So give me half a second here. TikTok, where are you at? Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate all the love and the support. You guys are amazing. It's been great. Oh, what happened? What happened? I can't see it. The window moved. I can't see it. And now my mouse is out of the way. I can't see the mouse. There it is. I don't know what happened. Something popped up on my screen. Okay, it stopped. I think TikTok stopped. YouTube, Twitch, I really appreciate it. I'm appreciating the help because you're not actually like just telling me what to do. you wait until I ask, and then you know exactly what I need to do. So it's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'm loving this game so much now, especially that I'm actually going somewhere instead of that big empty field for 3 streams. I'm loving it. Thank you so much, everybody. We win. Thank you especially for letting me have this to play. Everybody else, I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here. Have yourselves a great day.